Afternoon, Sunday, 12:20 British Standard Time. How you guys doing? Um, yeah, I just open up TradingView. I just did a couple of YouTube streams on, finished up the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. It's a freaking masterpiece, and all based on, I guess, extrapolations of true stories, true findings, true archaeological findings from clay tablets. Um, a lot of that history can be found in museums, but a lot of it, remember, due to the Desert Storm and the Iraq invasion by US troops, kind of got smashed up, right? And a lot of it's probably still out in the desert under tons of rubble and sand, right? But amazing book. Babylon was about 8,000 years old. Basically, the first modern civilization. Great engineering feats, mathematicians, financiers, and most crucially, uh, the use of tablets to like write down, decrees from the king, poetry, and also used as financial ledgers. They would created the first money, first promissory notes, and if you promise something to someone in the future, it's best to write it down so it's on record, right? So the invention of the tablet, a ledger, if you will, basically made a barren desert into like a thriving metropolis that was looked upon to the surrounding tribes and hordes as like a miracle, right? Babylon was that rich. So tablets, ledgers, important role in human civilization and history. And obviously, double entry bookkeeping came along with the Italians, Fibonacci, etc., which created sovereign trading cities like Venice, Florence, etc. You get the idea. So Italy, the country, was not actually a country until very recently. A lot of these European cities were not countries. They're not formal countries. Like Germany was a bunch of states, right? It's like a kind of a federation itself. Bavaria, Moselle district, Saxony. Kind of my map knowledge is a little bit underserved. But anyway, back to Bitcoin. Back to Bitcoin. So I haven't looked at the recent price action right now, but I was figured I'll go back all the way back, and I took off the log chart, right? Because what we're trying to determine, I'll be at the top or I won't be, right? So we all know Bitcoin is volatile. In stocks, 10% is a correction, 20% is a bear market. If you do more than 20% with volume and amid worsening economic conditions, you're in for a hard time. It could go down a little bit more, 30, 40%, right? That's what a bear market used to be, 40%, 50% tops, right? But like the trigger for stock market enthusiasts was always 20%. That's why in recent times, in the past decade, I think there have not been many 20% more corrections, right? The Fed won't allow it. I'll take a look at another video. But Bitcoin is different. Bitcoin does dump 60-70% because it's you got to remember, before 2011, for almost all of 2009, 2010, it didn't have a monetary value. It was just a computer network full of nerds, right? Libertarian cyberpunks, kind of experimenting, right? There's nothing. It wasn't until the Bitcoin Pizza Day when a US dollar value transaction was made on a message board. Look it up. Laszlo something. So 10,000 BTC was exchanged for 2 pizzas and a bottle of Coke. 2-liter bottle of Coke, right? So that guy was very important. So now you have your first peer-to-peer transaction, even though it's slow, through message boards and etc. Now people have a reference point. to what a single BTC is worth, right? Also, look, I'm making comparisons between stocks as well, right? Say Dow Jones 30, right? It continually gets updated. Old companies go by the wayside. Like, I don't know if Kodak's still in it, but it shouldn't be, right? It's not really an important company anymore. But they come and go. So companies have a shelf life. Companies can go bankrupt. Companies can get into financial difficulties if they make bad decisions, if their products are not serving their customers, etc. They take on too much debt. So all these things are in play. Now, here's the key thing to remember: Bitcoin and cryptos cannot go bankrupt. Okay, these are not companies. Let that sink in. Bitcoin and cryptos cannot go bankrupt. They can go near zero, sure. But if you get into a right crypto, a good product market fit, and so that's where the narrative storytelling is so important. You need to spread the idea of what you're selling, right? Seems obvious, right? What would Apple be if it didn't, put ads for its iPhone? Would it still be the most popular, luxurious phone in the world if it didn't promote that image of being the most luxurious, high tech, cutting edge phone? Or would it be some sort of, weird fringe tech, right, that nobody uses? You got to decide, right? It's obvious to me, right? So if 20% is a bear market in stocks, and Bitcoin is what, 3, 4 more times volatile? That old metric is really tough to apply to crypto, right? So, but let's just double it from 20% to 40%. Say 40% is your trigger that crypto bear market is upon us. This right here, right? That's your trigger, right? What was this high? But 11.23, 11.53, 11.63. I've got it labeled. Smart old Balaji got it labeled. So 11.63. Let's take a 40% haircut. Let's get my calculator up and running. 11.63 times 0.6. 697. 697. So I'll just pluck this number out plucked out my ass, if you will. 697 though. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's really dial this in. Boom. This daily candle closed above that 40% line. Gave you the warning. And then this thrust down to what, 542? Had a double top. Had a double top as well. Look how quickly this all evolved in. From because it's only trading on what, Mt. Gox, a gaming trading guard platform. It wasn't a real exchange. It was basically one dude with a laptop, essentially, Mark Kapalis. If you don't know the history of Bitcoin, you should definitely see how far we've come. Mark Kapalis in Japan on his laptop was handling the world's Bitcoin transactions. So it was essentially a peer-to-peer. It was just a dude in the right place at the right time. He took over a platform that had some monetary value going into trading these digital tokens, and he figured, why not put Bitcoin on it, right? Essentially, right? That's what happened. So the double top. Let's see, 783. That's $300. So $300. Eight projects down to 500. Almost made it there, but definitely made it here. Yeah. So you got a double top. Now you got a high, lower than these two highs, right? Yeah. All the signs of a top were there, but if you were buying up here, would you want to believe that top was in? Well, if you bought up here 1,000, it went down to 800. Oof, that's a 20%, right? So, have we done more than 20% in this recent correction? We did 59 to 45, which is basically 25. So, are the warning signs here? We'll find out. We'll find out together. Yeah. I believe now this bear market, how long did it last? December 2. When do you start the bear market? All right. So we started from the 40% mark, December 8th, December 7th. It's kind of quick. January, February, March, April, 4 months essentially. No, kept on going. And look at this, boom, tagging this 40% line. Couldn't get back above it. Sorry, I can't speak. I've been speaking already quite a bit already this morning. So the final low, $152. Okay, what, 1163 divided by 152? Is that correct? Is it a 92.3% bear market? That's a wipeout. But because it's so little energy, you've got to remember the number of coins trading at this time was quite low, right? Maybe a few million. Market cap, tens of millions. Let's do it quick. Say there was 5 million coins at that time. Times 182. Was it 182? It was well under a billion. Well under $1 billion. 910 million. Yeah. So, but is that real dollars? If you're mining these for free, right? And people buying at 1,000, right? Why do these coins compute to your market cap, right? These coins are getting for free, and one dude is paying $1,000 for it. Why are your coins now worth 1,000? See, that's the dynamic, right? This is why the stock to flow is important. And time and age of the network, right? You put no dollars, and now it's worth $1,000. You can't even compute that gain and the return on investment. Maybe you paid, I don't know. Okay, so you put some electricity into it. It's mining on CPUs at this time, I believe. Again, you got something for free, essentially. Now it's worth 1,000. It had to come back. It had to do a 92% bear market. That's just markets, a brand new market. Before this, there was no US dollar value attached to this Bitcoin computer network, right? Okay, let's dig a little deeper. Now you got a double bottom, clear double bottom. But when is it clear? Until it clears this line, right? There you go. And now you got traders, I believe, looking at the double bottom. Or maybe there's some news event that created this, right? Either way, it broke out this level with a vengeance, came back and tested it. Okay. Now, as we move away from this line, this level, okay, now you're giving confidence to people. This is 2015. This is all took what? Basically, best part 2 years, this bear market to play out. Best part 2 years. And around here, this is when I started re-engaging with Bitcoin. Yes, this summer. I saw this pattern. I thought, wow, this is a bullish breakout waiting to happen. Because before this, I wasn't paying attention to crypto. I knew about it back here, about the existence of BTC, but I still didn't know how to buy it or mine it or even interested in doing it. I was busy with my life, right? I was having fun. essentially. But I was still dabbling in the stock markets and stuff, right? Kind of dabbling, options and stuff, just for fun. Maybe some futures here and there, but not really investing, like buying stocks to hold, right? So I was basically gambling, being a degen, making putting a $500-600 in, turning it into a couple of grand if I could. There we go. That's basically it. And if I lost it essentially. Because I was saving up to buy a house and all that kind of stuff, going out on the weekends. The deal. But I think I saw Andreas pop up on Joe Rogan, and his passionate talk got me back interested. And then I pulled up the BTC chart somehow. I don't know how I even pulled up the BTC chart, but I did. Then I was like, wow, this is going to break out. And I saw it break out. Then I saw it come back and test. Should I draw? Nah, I'm running out of time. This may be a 2-3 part video on Bitcoin. But this is the Coinbase bull market. This is the Coinbase market. Now you got easy access to the Bitcoin blockchain, right? Direct. And Brian Armstrong gets a lot of hate nowadays, but he's an OG Bitcoiner. Believe it. That's why he only listed Bitcoin. And I guess if he got allocated some tokens for Ethereum, that's why he listed Ethereum. And then eventually, because of Charlie Lee, his position at Coinbase, Litecoin got listed. So there's only 3 coins available on Coinbase, right? For all of 2017, right? If you guys don't know your history and just got into crypto last couple of years. So here we go. Now, I'm racing against time. That's why I'm talking so quickly. So I believe this consolidation is what we're going through currently towards the end of, right? This 5,000 to 2,000, 3,000, 40%. Remember I talked about 40% at the beginning. It never broke 40%. Tagged it, tested these tops, and then went on a tear. So from this bottom, I don't know what the current price action is, so I'll definitely make a part 2. From this bottom, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About a week and a half it took to digest this crash, right? Okay, but then it launched. Is that a 5x to 20? Yes, I believe so. So it's obviously not going to do 5x right now in short order, but it could do 2x, 2.5x, maybe 3x. October, November, December. Wow. Maybe this was our recent drop. Maybe this was our 59,000 to 59,000 to 45,000, right? Maybe this was it. This is even more interesting because now you got the 6,000 to 20,000 in basically 5 weeks, 4.5 weeks. Yeah, I have to look at my bracket chart. Maybe this was it. 1 month, 2 month, 3 months. Yeah, 3 months. Okay, but let's look at this top. Did it pull back 40% in rapid order? Yes, it did. So 40% of 20, I believe it's 12,000. Yeah, so it gave you the warning right there. Boom. Did it close? No, but it definitely pierced it. And then it closed over here. So a month later. All right, time is up.